Unmute. There you go. And
All right.
Wow.
We're back to another episode of Placeholder Podcast. Hello, everybody. My name is Johnny J. And Goose in that order. I remembered. And today's episode, we'll be talking about a very funny manga called Way of the House Husband. But before we start that, how's everybody's week? Oh, that's scary.
Pretty good. Shovel the driveway. Cold. Walking around.
Yeah,
cold.
Winter, man. It's gotten
really
cold again.
Really icy.
Oh,
Nearly
yeah.
slipped 3 times.
Nearly.
I'm trying to recall what happened this week. Not much.
Well, while you're thinking
Got
about
constipated.
that. Fair
Oh,
enough.
I puked.
Oh, yeah.
My diaphragm was like really hurting.
Why did you...
I ate some frozen lasagna
Ooh.
that was cross-contaminated with fish.
Yikes. And then
And
your body
then-
was like, no.
And then I was like
It's
talking to
like a nail.
EJ, and like
There it
halfway
is.
through the conversation, I'm like, EJ, hold up a minute. And then I
Rush to the
puked
bathroom.
for like 15
By the
minutes.
time our parents go, you can see her here.
Yeah, for like 15, 20 minutes,
Dude.
it was puking hardcore.
Vomiting's the worst. Were you dry heaving?
No.
Thank God. Dry heaving is the worst.
And then I had like snot coming from both of my nostrils.
It was like
Ugh.
drooping down.
Mucus,
like,
and then
gross.
also kind of like acid mucus coming from my
Ooh.
my mouth.
That sucks,
It
dude.
was like a trifecta. It was like gross. And you can see
The
I
bile
I
and
really
stuff.
hope you're feeling better.
yeah, I'm feeling way better. Dude.
Good.
No, my diaphragm's still sore. Breathing's kind of hard.
Wasn't that
From
on
all
like
the
Tuesday?
vomiting.
Yeah.
Tuesday?
Dude, it
It's
takes
been
a
like
lot
almost-
out of you. Breathing, not breathing. Vomiting takes. Yeah, breathing too is pretty hard. But I'm saying vomiting is.
Absolutely.
Did mom and dad left heading to Calgary
Yeah.
today?
Okay. They did.
Today? Wait, what?
Yeah, they're bringing home a baby.
But they brought the baby to Calgary.
I know, but
They bring... Wait, are they
baby was,
same
like-
baby or different baby?
Same
Same
baby.
baby.
Why?
Because baby got
Does-
cold.
Does the baby just like road trips or something?
Yeah,
like, what's up
totally.
with that?
Totally kidding. But what are you talking about? Vomiting. On the issue of vomiting. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, vomiting's tough. Like, it's,
I can confirm.
when was the last time you guys like actually seriously vomited?
Heartburn.
Heartburn?
You didn't vomit. You just like dry heaved a little bit.
Yeah, I drive you a lot.
I think it was a couple months ago when I greened out a little bit.
And it was like projectile vomiting too. It wasn't just like it was like forcefully. That's why
Yeah.
my diaphragm hurt so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
But, what kind of vomiting were you doing?
Just a regular old greening out vomiting.
Oh, what? That's
Cannabis.
usual. No, I'm saying that's a symptom.
I think so. That
No,
was my
I don't
second time that I greened out and I vomited. It's like, yeah,
Well,
because
yeah.
there was, I smoked a little bit too much weed.
Is this against TOS?
It's-
Because
it's-
we don't condone this type of behavior.
It's
at all.
Canada. It's legal
It
here.
doesn't matter. It can be just because it's legal doesn't
I'll
necessarily
take a
mean it's against.
I'll
And
take
it-
a look.
all right, and let me rephrase it. I was
Doing recreational activities.
Yes.
and it was a little bit too hard on me, so I went to the washroom and I vomited.
The recreational activity happens to be a little bit too
yeah,
hard.
yeah. I mean, people vomit when they lift weights. Remember that one
they?
guy?
Yeah, when they exercise too much, people can.
There was
Actually
like a
vomit.
video of a guy like trying to
Terms.
deadlift.
And he just vomited.
Yeah, like because it was so much weight on, like he
Oh
was
my
lifting
gosh.
so, and he had like that like weight belt or whatever
Yeah,
too, so like his gut doesn't explode.
Oh, dude, that's harsh.
Yeah, like, and he was like, everybody was
Yeah,
like, cheering him.
but you're not exerting though.
I was in my recreational activities. I pushed my body to the limits.
No, quite
and it
literally
broke.
speaking, it's like a relaxant. In some cases.
Not when not when I push myself to the limit.
Why would you push yourself so far to the limit?
I just wanted to finish my plate. Metaphorically speaking.
Oh, okay.
Really, John?
But yeah,
I mean, like
So back on the topic of vomiting. Was it like hardcore, or you just like?
It didn't last that long. Like maybe.
How long
maybe
ago was this?
2 months,
Oh,
give or
okay.
take.
And was it into a toilet or was
Yeah.
it just like outside?
Yeah. After I finished my recreational activities, I went back to the house because it was an outdoor activity.
Yeah, dude, the taste of vomit is not pleasant.
Absolutely,
it
I
doesn't
agree.
definitely have
Yeah,
the
it's
pleasant
all
taste
like
afterwards.
digested stuff coming back.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to taste that stuff.
I mean, it depends. Who knows? Maybe like you ate something real good, and it happens that it gets enhanced by your
Stomach acid, yeah.
Yeah.
And all the enzymes.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, also I've been playing a bit of Hollow Knight.
I'd be like a really good bird mom.
Bleh.
Yeah, like really good.
Just fucking vomit. Gross. What? You gotta leave it to the bird moms? What about the bird dads?
No, I'm just
The
thinking,
bird dads don't do that.
I'm just
It's
thinking,
just the bird moms.
Yeah. While the bird mom watches the
Bird dad is all like, "Yo, let me warm up your egg."
Oh,
That's
is that
bird
what?
dad.
I thought the mom warmed up the egg.
No, bird
Dad went on to eat some worms so it could throw up on the mom, so the mom could throw up on the
Yeah.
babies. It's a multi-layer system.
No. Bird dad literally doesn't eat anything and just holds.
That's a penguin.
Yeah, that's a bird.
Yeah, but not all birds do that.
That's what I think of when I think bird. I'm sorry to say it.
That's
but,
fine.
No, I like generally speaking, I don't really think bird dads
Do much?
Maybe-
Like they hold the
maybe-
fort?
Maybe we should look this up.
which
We'll do that later.
Do bird dads regurgitate food? Because then I could be a bird dad.
I'm thinking you're
Hold
thinking of penguins, a jerk.
Yeah, I
that's
said
what I
that.
thought so
What?
too.
Penguins.
Are you looking up
What
do bird dads?
bird dads do? There, I'm gonna save this for now. Incubate eggs, brooding, 90%.
Do they vomit?
I'm sure birds vomit. Yes, when they do too much recreational activities.
Yo, do birds also have like a two-way vomiting system, like how they breathe? Remember how I was talking about this live podcast? It all comes for full circle.
Yeah.
Which?
Vomiting and bird dads and what was I talking about? Two-way vomiting /
Yeah.
breathing.
No, they want me to subscribe, and I refuse out of principle.
Yeah, that's the Wall Street Journal too.
It's the Wall Street Journal also.
Bird and blooms.
Let me see the community guidelines.
Oh, that's a heron. That's cool. Oh, that's what a heron baby looks like. Looks like a cooked chicken.
So but it's still well and alive.
It's well alive.
I mean, no, it's because of the color.
So, am I underestimating like bird dad
Bird
responsibilities?
dads. Kicking back, enjoying the warm summer day. Song sparrow, feckle, branches, hidden nest. Wait, hold on.
Well, this quickly devolved into a boring stream.
Hey, man.
What?
Well, it
Jeez.
depends.
It goes out hunting.
That's
Well,
it.
Yeah, and probably vomit at their baby.
No, hunting would suggest like you bring back a carcass,
No,
and then bird mom eats, and then bird mom pukes.
Oh, so. Oh my god.
What?
Hold on. Male hummingbird, maybe flashy, but they're not that helpful. All right.
Also, owls are really good at pooping via the mouth.
Yeah, no. They throw out pellets because they can't digest bones and,
Yeah,
and
it's
hairs and
sick.
stuff. Speaking of bowel, there it is.
It's quite literally sick,
Yeah.
like
Oh.
vomiting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, discussing weed is
So I can talk about cannabis all day.
I mean,
Hell
maybe
yeah.
the scientific. We don't condone that sort of activity.
I know, obviously,
Obviously.
unless it's legal and it's on
No,
in a
even
safe
then,
area.
even then,
Really?
being sober is already hard enough in life.
yeah.
That's why I do recreation
No. It's like being sober is hard enough. You don't need to add to that.
by relaxing.
Yeah.
What?
No, I'm saying that people can relax in all manners of ways, and that we
Absolutely.
don't condone one specific
Well,
way of
yeah,
relaxing.
obviously, you do what you do.
What you say? You do what you do.
You
But
do.
I'm
you.
saying we don't, as a podcast,
You
condone any sort of form of relaxation.
It's absolute. We have to be tense at all
Yes,
times.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, as I was saying before, the whole vomit stuff came up.
Yeah.
I've been playing a bit of Hollow Knight lately.
Oh.
That game is so hard. I want to
Really?
die. It's so frustrating.
Why is it so hard?
Metro.
I got pastas for fingers, so I'm like, it's on the Switch.
I don't get pasta.
It's
What does that imply?
Why did you
It's
play
all
it on the
noodly.
computer so you can use the more comfortable PS4 controller?
The Pro controller's okay.
No, but what does that imply? Pasta. I can't get past the pasta.
Cooked pasta is all like noodly.
Yeah, but you didn't
all limp.
I thought you meant stiff, as in
Yeah,
like
you
it's
didn't mention-
stiff and you can't move your thumb well.
No.
You
I
didn't
didn't like.
mention cooked pasta. You
All right,
said
let me
pasta.
rephrase that. My fingers are cooked pasta, where
What do you
it's all
call?
limp.
What do you call what?
Fake spaghetti.
Nacho spaghetti.
No.
Damn it.
An impasta. Sorry.
That's fine. You filled your quota of doing my jokes.
Okay.
Anyway,
Right.
yeah. Hollow Knight is difficult. I think
makes
it's
it so hard?
It's because
What makes it so
it's
hard?
very daunting. Because
What's daunting about it?
like-
so it's more so about your mindset rather than
Yeah.
the actual game.
also the
So
mechanics.
why
of
not
me
just
pressing-
say being me is hard?
Yeah, being me is difficult.
Okay.
Because like I'm trying to explore these vast caves.
Yeah.
And I sit down on a bench, which heals me and saves my progress and updates my maps.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. What's your definition of a cave? Sorry, I can't get past this. I need to know what.
I got two different definitions because I use the term very
Broadly.
loosely, broadly. Yeah.
Fast and loose. Sorry.
It's fine. Cave is where bats live. Cave is also where Metroids live. There you
So
go.
is a
That's
building
very
a cave?
specific. Not.
So is a
Not broadly.
building a cave?
Huh? No.
Why is not? Why is it
Do
not a
bats
cave?
live in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, have you been to San Antonio?
Have you seen the Batman?
Have you
He lives in a cave.
Yeah, but he's man first, bat second.
Have you seen the bat that lives in San Antonio Stadium?
No,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
Then that's a cave, obviously.
Was it Manu Ginobili who like swatted out of the
Yeah.
air? Oh my god,
That's
yeah, I
so
felt bad for it.
The bat or the
The
player?
bat. He
Oh.
just swatted the bat out of the air with his bare hand.
Yeah.
That's cool. I feel sorry for the bat.
Anyway, continue about the caves. Why
yeah.
are buildings not caves?
No, they are caves as long as bats live in them.
That's your one definition.
Yes.
Bats
Also,
have to live in them.
and or Metroids.
Actually, have you seen it like an actual bat?
Once while I was camping.
Have you
Where-
seen
where-
an actual bat?
I saw one
Yeah, I
in
remember.
elementary school. He
Yeah.
just he was just chilling out on a wall.
Edmonton.
Oh yeah, at our in elementary school, right in front of the front door, right?
Yeah,
Near-
front 20. He just chills out there.
He chills out there until they actually got a.
Like a pest control or
Yeah,
whatever.
pest control because they might have rabies, right? So
Yeah.
you have to make sure that they're handled carefully.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and released to the proper area or whatever.
Yeah, to their death. But
Yeah. Put them down.
Yeah, he
no,
was just
chilling
chilling
out.
there
Fair enough.
underneath the.
Yeah, like
awnings or
four
something.
of us were just waiting for
For
our
our
parents,
parents.
and we're just like looking at this bat. He's just chilling out. He's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Fair enough.
And we were looking at it like, it's a bat. It's a bat.
Yeah.
Confirmed bat.
It wasn't very big. It was like this big.
Yeah.
It's a baby bat.
No,
Yeah.
it's probably adult size.
Oh, okay. Some
They come
bats,
in various
some bats are
sizes.
huge though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but those are
Like
generally
fruit-
speaking the fruit bats.
Yeah. Ironic that oh wait, it makes sense. Vampire bats shouldn't be big, so otherwise they'd be a bit
They've been.
they get more caught out.
They've
by
been wanting
yeah.
your blood.
Yeah,
They'd be conspicuous.
very conspicuous.
Yeah,
But,
and generally speaking, they feed on fingers and toes.
and cows
Really?
apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. But I'm saying,
I don't know about
no,
the cow
you're
part.
thinking of the chupacabra.
No, those are
Chupacabra.
chupacabra.
That was really hard for me to say. I don't even know why. I don't even know why.
Because there's like a million syllables.
Okay, no, honestly, can we go back to the cave thing? Why is it that you
Holy
define
shit.
define the cave? What do you think a cave is?
Big rocks, stalagmites, stalactites, bats live in them.
Edric.
So it has to be
caves
natural
are
form.
caves.
Yes. Yeah, what about it?
I don't-
Also, the game
no,
Cave,
no.
which
Okay,
I've never
never
played
mind.
before. Cave Story. Ever heard of it? Yes, you have.
No, but going back, like it has to be natural formation.
Yeah.
Is that what you think a cave is? So tunnel's not a cave.
Yes.
Well,
because tunnels guarantee, for the most part, guarantee like a two-way, like an entrance and an exit, as a passageway. Caves,
Yeah, but
it
caves
could be a
can
dead
also
end.
do the same thing.
But it's sometimes a dead end. It has dead ends.
Okay,
But
so,
tunnels-
so a
that's-
tunnel can be a cave, but a cave can't be. No, I mean I'm saying a cave can be a tunnel, but not all caves are tunnels.
Yes.
All tunnels are caves, correct?
Yes.
No.
No, it's not.
Why
Because
not?
tunnels have an entrance and an exit.
All
They-
tunnels are caves. Not
No.
all caves are tunnels.
No, you got it backwards.
No, you got it right.
No.
Because you're saying that caves doesn't have
Wait,
not all
shit,
caves
yeah.
are tunnels,
yeah.
but all tunnels are caves.
So it's so confusing.
I was just confusing.
My brain can't fucking process that right now. It's 11 in the morning. It's 11:30 in the morning.
Can you look up what the definition of a
Fuck
cave
me,
is?
sorry.
Look it up and I'll
Sorry.
God damn
All
it.
I know is a cave is called
All I
cave.
wanted to do was just briefly go over my experience with Hollow Knight. Now I gotta go through definition of cave.
Yeah, I know, dude. This is important to my immersion. I need
A
to
large
know.
underground chamber, typically of natural origin, in a hillside or cliff.
There you go.
Well, there you go.
So can tunnels be caves?
Yeah,
Yes.
totally. They're typically natural.
But not all caves are tunnels.
God damn.
yeah, not all caves are tunnels.
Yeah, because look at the definition of a tunnel.
All right.
You
Fine.
know, linguistic semantics is our like
I
domain.
mean, I like it too. I just want to talk about Hollow Knight. It's
An
too-
artificial
oh, man.
underground passage, especially one built through a hill or
There you go.
other
It has to be
are building
artificial.
road
yeah, but no,
or
a
river.
cave doesn't have to be naturally forming. It can also be artificial.
True. Yeah, I guess.
So
Hollow Knight?
Yeah, Hollow Knight. The game's daunting. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, so you have an issue with yourself rather than the game.
Yeah, it's both physical and mental.
Also, do you get a sense of claustrophobia playing that game?
No, no.
But you're in a tunnel. / cave.
It's a cave. No,
you're in a
because
cave.
there are open spaces as well.
Isn't there dung beetles?
But it's an
in that game?
enclosed space.
Yeah, actually, he's the best character.
What?
He's my favorite character.
It's an enclosed space.
I haven't even encountered him yet.
Oh,
It's
also.
an enclosed space.
But there is also wide open spaces.
But it's enclosed.
That's fine. This is technically an enclosed space, and you don't see me freaking out over claustrophobia. I also don't have.
Are you actually extremely claustrophobic?
No, absolutely not. The exact opposite, actually. I don't really care for it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who's claustrophobic?
I don't know.
None
I
of
don't
us.
recall. I just-
Because we
just-
wouldn't. If any of us was claustrophobic,
I would be claustrophobic if I couldn't breathe.
That's a fear of not being able to breathe.
Yeah.
Is that a phobia?
Yes,
Is there a
it's
phobia term?
There's probably a phobia for it. I'm not gonna goddamn Google it. I filled my quota of googling
That's
things
more
on the
so
podcast.
about self-preservation rather than like fearing a specific.
Irrational fear.
Yeah.
It's like the irrational fear of not dying.
Yeah, it's pretty rational.
Irrational fear of not dying.
Irrational
So
fear
you
of dying.
want to die,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
or
no.
irrational fear of dying.
Okay, so Hollow Knight.
Yeah, it's a
That's
great game.
great
Music
game.
is fantastic. I'm not gonna spoil anything, obviously.
They're all boogs, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Smiles, Lurs.
Yeah.
Are they a knight?
Only me, no. Just me.
Is
And
he
and the
hollow?
and I think yes, because when I die, you leave a ghost self that you gotta get, like kind of like, you know, in Dark Souls you retrieve your soul.
Yeah.
In Hollow Knight, you gotta fight it by hitting it twice to
Why-
get your soul and your money back.
Why is that like harder?
No, well, because sometimes like I die in the middle of a boss fight,
Yeah.
and I'd have to make the trek back
Yeah.
with
That doesn't seem too hard, to be honest. The trek back is always like not that.
no, because all the enemies respawn
I know, but
and all the hazards
yeah,
respawn.
well, I mean,
And you
just
gotta
have to
fight
dodge
your
it.
ghost self.
It's a 2D platform,
You
so.
gotta-
Hey man, you
just gotta go
don't
with
knock
the
it till you
strats.
try it.
No, I meant it's a 2D platform where there's probably different difficulties compared to. A 3D
Honestly,
space.
I kind of
That's what I meant.
downplay my skills when it comes to gaming.
You kind of do.
That's
Yeah.
that's my thing. Stop. Well, actually,
No,
I don't think I
No, you overplay them.
downplayed. Yeah, it's
Totally.
It's true.
Me?
No, you're kind of like in the middle.
In the middle.
Okay, I'm happy about that.
But yeah, like you have to fight your soul, which is kind of like slowly approaches you, and the boss.
So it's not really that.
It's the
spooky.
boss. No, it's just the long trek that's daunting, from one bench to another.
Yeah, but you get like all these travel skills. It's like not that bad.
I think I've been playing the game for like 3 hours maybe, and I just got the wall jump. You know how difficult, you know how hard that was for me, not being able to wall jump.
Maybe you should play some 2D platformers more.
Yeah.
It's true. That's why I'm playing Hollow Knight. I'm having a great time, minus the daunting gauntlet that I gotta run. every time.
How's the world building?
It's great. I love it.
You like being a boog?
Yeah. I like the characters too. Like the.
What's your dude's name? Do you know?
No, he doesn't have a name.
Just a Hollow Knight.
Yeah. I call him Hollow Knight.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Give me a quick synopsis of what you know about the game. Like
So
in terms of what you've explored.
so
Your boog.
yeah, I'm a. Yes, and I enter a city.
Wait.
Of Dirtmouth. City of Dirtmouth, and there's nobody there except for some old
So it's
dude.
not a city.
It's a very abandoned city.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so
That's
it's
my
ruins.
point. A
It's
city
a-
would like imply like
It's,
you know
it's a ghost
abundance
town.
of people.
It's a ghost town of Dirtmouth because
What's the
there's one
definition
guy.
of a city?
It's base population.
Yeah, like a huge congregation. Of
Yeah, like 100,000. All right,
I think it's quite literally based on population.
Yeah. So you enter Dirtmouth, and the elder's like, "There's a cave. You should totally go down the well into the cave."
It doesn't give you. You're not giving me any sort of tone. You're just like.
The elder bug is like, just go.
The
down
elder
the cave.
bug, like,
It's
it's
like,
like,
go
dude,
down the
you
cave.
gotta go to pilgrimage type
Yeah.
of religion thing. Like,
Yeah.
that's the tone I'm looking for. Literally, what you've given me is, hey, yo, man.
Yo, what's up? Go down the cave. It's pretty cool.
I got some munchies.
There's some loot.
I've been doing some relaxation
recently.
recently.
So the definition of city is a large town.
Well, there you go.
So it's not based on population.
What's
what's
the
a town?
definition? Yeah.
It's a town.
So yeah, elder bug's like, listen. There's a well down
Yo,
there.
I heard there's some people who've got some real good munchies.
Yeah.
I just finished some R&R, and I need you to go down there and get me some munchies.
So
Yeah.
a town is an urban area that has a name, defined boundaries, and local government, and
Cool.
that is generally larger than a village and smaller than a city.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, elder bug's like, listen. I did some R&R. Got some mad munchies.
No,
Listen,
you're
just go down the
literally
well.
you're poaching my. I just
know,
told
but
you.
I know.
Tell me what you thought of the game. You're not telling me what you thought of the game.
The atmosphere is. It's very cozy, surprising,
mean?
deceptively cozy.
What does
because
cozy
you're
mean?
because you're in a very.
What does cozy mean?
Damn it.
I mean, describe to me what you think
Like,
cozy
okay.
means.
Anyway, so
Because cozy's base is very subjective, is it not?
Yeah, I guess so. But like, it's very like because when I enter like the first cave area or whatever, like it's very foreign.
That's a
like,
hamlet.
It's very it feels hostile because there's bad guys crawling
Okay.
about. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like it's also sort of welcoming.
I don't get that.
Like
How is something hostile and welcoming?
so I don't feel threatened because of the bad guy and the environment.
Okay.
I feel threatened because I'm bad at the game.
Okay. So what part of that makes it cozy?
Because it's not threatening, I find it very cozy. It's it's
okay.
very binary. If it's not threatening for me, it's cozy.
What?
Really?
I don't understand that.
Just for Hollow Knight.
What about in general? What's cozy in general? A pillow is pretty cozy for me. Actually, it depends on the pillow. If it's a feather pillow, no. It needs to be like synthetic polymers and all this.
Yeah, because you're
artificial
allergic
stuff.
or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It needs to be hypoallergenic.
Cozy
Yeah.
for me, cozy would be like tight spaces actually. Like not tight spaces as in like I'm going through between like two cracks that I shouldn't be going through kind of thing.
I was gonna mention that.
God, let me rephrase that. I'm going through
Like,
two tight spaces.
What do you call it when you like sidle up against a wall?
shimmying?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
no.
Shimmy.
No, there's a word for it.
Fucking hell. God damn
It's
it.
not called shimmying.
It is.
No.
Shimmy. Ragtime dance.
Yeah.
No. Look up.
Shaking.
No, sidled. When you're sidled up against the wall.
Yeah, shimmying
What
is not the word.
It's
you're
not
looking
the
for.
word.
I swear it is.
No, it's
what
not.
in the world?
There's another word for it. I know this because I played Zelda, and that's the word it gave
It's
me.
sidling.
No, it's not sidling. Just look up sidled up against a wall verb.
Up
If I don't know, this is actually gonna bother me for the rest of this.
against the wall.
Verb.
Verb. Adjective: trapped, cornered, discommoded,
No, that's describing an idiom.
Yeah.
No, I want the verb about like. Look up the shit.
up against.
Run against.
No, this run up against.
So what you're looking for?
Oh god.
Let me look up sidling.
I'm overfilling my quota right now.
Sidled up against the wall. Sidled against the wall.
I'm not used to your keyboard.
That's mine.
I know.
Sidle is a verb.
I know, but there's another word.
Slink.
Slinking?
That's the wrong spelling of sidle. It's SIDLE.
I had a feeling that would have been my second guess. One second. What does sidle up mean? Move close to or something cautiously or furtively. To move closer to someone or something gradually.
No, there's an actual word for this. Oh my god, this is actually gonna make me so angry if I don't know.
So let me look up the thesaurus.
Remember how the topic was going to be about Way of the House
Yeah,
Husband?
I know, but like,
Anyway,
What is it?
I just want to say that Hollow Knight is a great game. I'm having a hard time beating it though because pasta's for fingers.
fuck. What is the word?
All right.
Veer?
Anyway,
No, it's not veering.
to whoever's listening, we'll get to the original topic in a short moment.
No, okay,
let
look,
us just
like it's like when you try to be sneaky, you do this stuff, right?
sneaking.
No, this stuff. You see me?
I know what you're doing.
You see me?
I know.
This stuff. And you're like trying to move.
I know. I know what you're talking about.
What
I
is
do
that
it in
called?
Metal Gear.
No, there's an actual word. For
I
that.
know. Hold on. Shimmying against the wall. I know.
Verb.
Give me a second. Shimmy.
No, it's not shimmy. There's another word. There's another
Dance
word.
move, sleeve
Verb.
shimmies.
No, look up thesaurus. Look up thesaurus.
Wikithosaurus.
Cause shimmy means to hang on to something and shimmy.
Oh.
That's
No.
different from being sidled up against a wall and moving. There's a specific verb.
Okay. I see what you mean.
Right?
I'm just trying. Yeah. I get that, and I know the action because I played enough video games.
Yeah, no,
Like
and,
stealth video games.
and Zorl, the Wind Waker, every time you go up to a wall, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, would you like to do this thing?" And then he does this thing.
Yeah, and then he has that.
I have
look-
to do it
look-
so that the stream sees.
I know, and Link has that look in his eyes. I
Yeah.
love that. I love.
He
Toon
has
Link.
that stupid shifty look, like he's
Yeah.
up to no good for
Yeah.
some reason.
I love Toon Link. I
Rather
don't-
than look at his feet, you would think you would look at your feet to make sure that you're not falling over.
Of all the iterations of different Links, Toon Link is probably my favorite. Anyway, sliding
It's not sliding.
against. I'm not used to your keyboard.
That's mine.
I know. Sliding against walls. Verb. Now it's gonna bug me. I know.
Way, sideways.
Maybe just look up Wind Waker sliding up against wall.
It's literally no. They use sidle. It's,
Sidle?
yeah.
Is it Sidle?
Waker,
Yeah.
No way.
Wall.
Wind Waker,
Shimmy.
Zelda, sidle.
Sidle.
And you look up the pictures, and it says the prompt. So yeah. Image. And then
Does it say Sidle?
Yeah, it says sidle.
Look.
GameCube version.
Look up the button layout. What does the button layout say?
Sidle.
Oh, okay. So it actually. Okay, so
It
I've been
is
saying the word the
For
entire time. Okay, yeah. Okay, no worries. No worries.
All right. Okay.
Turns
anyway.
out I'm actually just crazy.
Anyway, getting back. Hollow Knight was a great game. It's very daunting.
How did we even come up to slide?
Comfy, cozy.
Oh yeah, cozy.
Cozy.
Yeah,
What's your definition of
What's your
cozy?
definition of cozy? What do you think? What's cozy to you?
When I'm in like a blanket, like tight,
Yeah, me too, man.
closed up
Real.
spaces. When I
Real
feel
tight
when I
blanket.
feel safe.
When my belly gets warm and I get real sleepy, that's when I get cozy.
Then you rub the belly.
Like Dad.
Yeah.
Dad would just start when he's done eating. He'll just start rubbing.
No,
his
that's
stomach.
because he has constipation.
Oh,
That's
he
not
has
cozy.
constipation.
That's,
Well,
that's honest. That's uncomfort.
hereditary?
No, it's not. What constipation's hereditary?
Is it? I mean,
No,
your dad has it and you have it too, so it must be.
It's more so have to do with
Correlation equals causation.
Yeah.
dietary choices.
What,
Okay.
not enough Libre? Anyway, getting back to Way of the House Husband,
Yeah.
the first 5 chapter, I've titled it Masa Gets Beaten Up because that's what happens in the 3rd chapter.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so how is the manga, guys?
Good choice of title
Yeah.
over every other.
Chapter 3.
Other than Husbando, which is I think the better.
Hey man,
Ter-
Mondo is
ter-
a very meta pick in my opinion. Nobody expects Masa getting beaten up.
Well,
And then he Google searches everything.
We're never aiming for meta, so.
I know.
Okay.
Anyway, so what did you guys think of the manga? You've actually all of us have actually read it before. So rereading it after years of not reading it, what did you guys think of it?
I'm collecting my thoughts, so hold
All
on a
right,
sec.
I'm waiting.
I'm debating whether or not I should go sit on the toilet.
I got that.
Unknown Gamer says, "Yo."
Hey, Unknown Gamer, welcome to the. He's the first. You're the first YouTube commenter in our little stream. We were talking about many different semantics. Hollow Knight's sidling. Now we're talking about a manga called Way of the House Husband, which is.
Yo, I think my constipation's coming back. Sorry.
That's fine.
To derail.
Way to derail. What my goddamn every single time.
Yeah, so we read this manga called Way of the House Husband, which depicts a former Yakuza member who becomes the house husband of a not fashion,
like a designer.
Yeah, a designer, like basically a powerful lady.
But she's also like a normal lady. Yeah,
a wealthy.
But she's a very normal person.
Yeah,
too.
she's a normal like not.
Like supported. This is so underrated. Thank you, appreciate it.
But let's talk about House Husband and how we have. No, but actually, like, we put an emphasis on the fact that she's like an affluent lady, but in reality, it's about the Yakuza husband, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how he like changed his life, and now he's just a regular house husband. So like he follows all the tropes of Japanese womanhood.
Yeah.
But he's a
housewife.
But played by Yakuza boss.
Yeah. And it's
all
hilarious.
portrayed into a Yakuza boss.
So what do we think of it?
Such as like
I still find it every time I read it, I find it hilarious.
like my most favorite chapter was probably the knife
Salesman?
Oh yeah,
the
knife salesman.
And how like door-to-door salesman, and like I can't believe wives have to put up with that sort of thing. You know,
housewives.
They let people into their home and then let them get told to buy something.
Yeah, basically.
But that's that is a trope also.
And then he's completely subverts it by scaring the hell out of the guy by cooking him a nice meal.
Well, not cooking a nice meal, but like
testing the knife and
what?
Well, because
his expectation and readers' expectations is that the salesman is gonna get killed by the Yakuza.
But he doesn't.
But if you want to read through it, Masa is really genuine about the knives. Yeah. So
there's the salesman or the main character?
The main character, Masa. He's
that's Tatsu. Tatsu's the main character. Okay. Masa's the guy who gets beaten. No.
Okay. So, anyways, the main character gets really is very genuine about the knives. Thus, it subverts your expectations about it. And
no, I don't think it subverts it at all because he's a wife.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about like the average reader though.
Yeah, I get that.
And it becomes like, oh, it's really funny. It's such a jarring
comedic juxtaposition.
Yeah, comedic
juxtaposition. Yeah.
God,
you guys got anything else to say about?
No.
Before I start ranting.
Oh wait, hold on.
This is why I need you guys to say your thing before I start ranting, because otherwise I'm gonna go on a tirade and you guys not be able to say.
What was your least favorite? What's the one thing you dislike about the manga? I'm gonna start with EJ first because I know you're gonna rant.
Well, we didn't even go over what we like. Can we go over what we like?
No. Bad news first, then good news.
No,
damn it! All right, good news first. What do you guys like about the manga? Other than it being hilariously funny.
Well, I already explained why. John, what about you?
I just like the fact that he still like he wants out of the whole Yakuza game, but he's still like very living in it because of all of his action and how he does things, which is hilarious. I just find it really funny, and it's not an isekai. I'm very biased towards isekai, so not being another isekai manga or light novel or anime adaptation or whatever. It's a breath of fresh air. The characters are very likable. I mean, if I met the main character in real life, I'd be scared shitless. But you know, I think they're very likable. Even the wife that shows up maybe like 4 or 5 times, and they introduce and reintroduce some of the characters, which I like. They're not just like a one-off thing, like the ladies that the main character hangs out with.
Yeah.
And Masa, obviously, and the wife. Yeah, I think that's great. What about you? What do you like about the manga?
I like the fact that it gives you an inner working of what it seems to be of the underground world when it comes to being Yakuza. You get a huge inkling on what their habits and how they perceive the world is like, because the guy has been so entrenched in that sort of lifestyle he doesn't know anything else. And so when he gets introduced to normal ways of lifestyle, he still approaches it from a very straightforward, violent approach, right? Where he's trying to like fend off everything that's threatening and like perceiving things as threats that normal people wouldn't perceive as threats.
Having a certain demeanor about things.
Wording it in such a way.
A very hierarchical understanding of respect and knowing who has what, and just like it like basically he applies the norms and traditions of what he used to know to a newfound life, and oftentimes they conflict, and other times they actually highlight each other very well. So it's a nice bridge to show that people from all different walks of life still are able to connect in some ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another very in-depth explanation from Goose, good old Goose.
But yeah, like I really enjoy the fact that they put a lot of emphasis on the fact that he doesn't know any other life other than the one he used to know,
and he's trying really hard
to fit in social conventions of what it means to be a housewife, house husbando.
All right. Yeah. Now let's get to the not nitty gritty, but like, what do you guys sort of dislike about the manga?
I haven't really formulated one about it. I mean, there are some cases where I don't know. I haven't really formulated one. I need to like really sit and think about it. What parts do I dislike about it? What parts?
What about in general?
Like in general, I don't really dislike it. I haven't made a formative opinion on. I haven't really picked on it, so I can't really make a formative opinion about it.
All right, I'll tell you what I don't like about it.
What?
It's the updates are too slow.
Oh, okay.
I want to read more, but there's not more to read anymore.
So that's not so
really
much.
About
it has nothing to do with the manga. It's about whoever.
No, you like the quality of the manga to the point where you would wish there were more.
The localization process would happen faster.
Okay.
What else? Not absolutely.
I don't like the fact that it reinforces many of these stereotypes rather than explore the space.
It just pigeonholes into those two stereotypes.
Yes, rather than like have him actually explore. I get that it's a comedic it's a comedic take on what it means to be a yakuza
and a housewife,
like as a house husband, but I feel like there's so many more funny juxtapositions you can get by having him
explore other things.
No, not necessarily explore. How do I say this?
Wasn't there a part where he just like got into different hobbies?
Yes and no.
That's sort of like an exploration, right?
But that's also following of the tropes of the housewife.
Oh, okay.
Like spoilers and further.
Okay, so generally speaking, I just don't like the housewife trope.
Okay.
But that's literally the point next to being a yakuza.
I know, but I'm saying like it's kind of. I don't think it's true.
You don't know that.
It's too one-dimensional.
You don't know that.
Yeah. I would like to think that housewives have more depth to them and have complex lives that they lead.
Know that.
Rather than just like, doing everything in the sake of providing for your family and just like I'm sure there's like other things that they do or like
hobbies,
relaxation or hobbies. But
that's a common theme in this episode.
But like I don't know, I just feel like the housewife trope is kind of
it's been used so much it's been reduced.
It's not used so much.
It's overplayed.
Not overplayed. It's like, does that still apply to today?
I see. Like one thing the more I think about it, one thing that kind of off put me is it's
put me off, by the way. Sorry.
It put me off. It's a bit dated.
Yeah, it's a product of its time.
It's like not the art, but the world is a bit dated.
The idea, yeah. Well, see, it's kind of
like
it's not though.
It's kind of it's not, but also yes, because
it's not. The reason why I say it's not, it's because, first off, you wouldn't have the archetype of a powerful woman in the workplace unless it was up to present times,
up
right?
to present time, yeah.
Then there's the whole idea of, like, generally speaking, I think now more than ever, people are more accepting and more progressive when it comes to letting people of different walks of life enter societal norms. So, like, you wouldn't necessarily see Yakuza, like, try to even integrate or even be welcomed into the regular society. So it's like both of those factors, the fact that she is she's in a powerful position, making a lot of money, and that he is trying to integrate in society and everyone's welcoming him. I would like to say would date it rather recent. Very recent, in fact. It's just, my question is that really what, like, I get that they want to play on the trope of a housewife, but is that what housewives do nowadays? Like, I don't know.
Do we Google this? Because
I have to sit on the toilet.
I don't recommend we Google it because it's still, you need more. Google will pigeonhole it to a certain way.
That's true.
And it's better to us to actually read more and figure out what's the actual, what do people think about the housewife, the trope of a housewife.
I think the whole concept of housewives. Actually, all right, hold on. Let me try to phrase this.
No,
I don't listen. I think the whole concept of housewives isn't dated.
Oh.
In fact,
really?
in fact, they should be kind of more welcomed. It's not just housewives, but house husband as well.
Yeah.
But I don't like the whole concept. I'm sort of okay with. Yeah. What I'm not okay with is when people who are very conservative, very old school, thinking that this is like the norm. It has to be this way. People should be free to choose, kind of thing, instead of being like, you're a woman, so therefore you must be in the house, look after the baby, and make your husband like all the 3 meals or whatever. Like that, I don't agree with.
Yes, and literally that manga is trying to subvert that.
Yeah, that's what I like about the manga, because he did that by choice.
Yes, and what me and Edric are trying to figure out is the norms of the housewife changed, and has changed, and is it still depicted like this? And if so, then this manga will become this manga will become dated 10 years from now, 20 years from now?
I think it'd be more relatable.
Relatable, huh?
Yeah, because once again, Tatsu became a house husband by choice. He left the Yakuza by choice.
Yeah.
Instead of him saying I don't care if you make a lot more money, you're a woman, therefore you must be a housewife. No, it's like, I like you, and I like to become your house husband. People didn't tell him. He told himself that I'm going to be a house husband.
Yes, but what we're trying to get is more specifically the tropes of it will change over time. The tropes
are so dated.
Yeah, it's so dated, and that's what's off-putting about this is because what me and Edric wanted it was actually a little bit more, explore more of the current tropes, explore more what's possibly the tropes could change, instead of just pitching down to Yakuza and the stereotypical housewife.
Yeah. Well, the manga is still ongoing.
Oh yes, for sure.
So hopefully, they add these different aspects.
And there's other mangas that also are outdated, but they did try to explore those concepts back in those days, such as
Foundation.
Foundation is one of them for sure. Yeah. But as soon as Edric come back, we had the discussion on why didn't, and this is going back on outdated things. Why didn't Wall-E feel outdated compared to other sci-fi films that he saw?
Because it was a romance film, dude.
It is a romance. There's a lot of sci-fi films that's romance also.
Name me two. Not Wall-E. You can't use.
I
Wall-E.
know. I can't use Wall-E. I can't.
There you go. Like most
Like-
sci-fis are just action.
No.
There are romance elements, but
There's romance
it's
elements.
not romance
But-
focused.
I'm trying to remember some. There's some space operas about it.
Don't say Star Wars. That's action.
No. I'm not talking about Star Wars.
Don't say Star Trek.
And
That's
I'm not
action.
saying Star
Okay,
Trek.
Okay, good.
Now I'm also saying Battlestar Galactica. Also, Firefly had some, but Firefly is more focused on the interaction of the space crew towards the societal norms rather than its interrelationships in the crew.
Yeah, the romance elements, but it's not the
like,
primary focus.
Anyways, in the sci-fi genre, there is romance. Maybe not in films, but also in books and such.
Yeah, naturally.
But what's off-putting about Wall-E compared to all of the other sci-fi tropes is Wall-E doesn't feel dated.
So it's not off-putting. It's very welcoming.
Yeah, it's very it's welcoming. Off-putting in the sense that it's such a different take on sci-fi itself.
Okay.
And it's such a different take on sci-fi that it doesn't feel sci-fi. Actually, it feels, and it doesn't feel dated.
Yeah.
Like, remember when you read Foundation, and like you can see the 1950s, 1940s.
Yeah. Their vision of the future.
Their vision of the future. Whereas Wall-E, the vision of the future was more of a social view.
Yeah, because everybody's fat.
No, it's. We'll wait for Edric to come back, but like he can go further depth on it. Wow.
Well, I want both of us to like.
Look,
This is our opportunity
I know.
to flex our brain muscles. Brains are muscles. They're mostly fat.
I know, but I usually like take things off. This
is where you spread your wing like you're like a peacock. It's time for you to
Fly.
show off your beautiful tail, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah. So yeah. Well, Edric like Wall-E doesn't feel dated, and yet this manga
Might feel dated,
might feel dated.
like down the line kind of thing.
Yeah, down the line, because it is playing on the tropes of what's currently happening today's society.
Yeah.
And in the future, house husbands will be so frequent that they'll have their own tropes, and it won't
That's
correlate to any of the tropes
Oh.
to what the way of the house husband works.
That's true. That's a good point.
It could be night and
How do
day,
you-
literally different.
How do you make something that's timeless? Like, I feel like that's extremely difficult to do. Like, you can't see in the future.
You can't see in the future,
Like, see
but you
into the
have
future.
you have to play on the idea that history repeats itself. This is my opinion. History tends to repeat itself, and so you try to take in the human aspects and people's ideas and try to replay those on in different settings, and that isn't correlated to current times.
That's true. Also, I forgot to host. God damn it.
Yeah, but like,
It's too late.
like Wall-E came out 10 years ago.
Did it? Holy cow! It's so old.
It's old.
But it
doesn't feel dated,
Yeah,
though.
it doesn't feel dated at all.
Actually, it feels super relevant now.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was 10 years old. I knew it was old, but like not 10.
we can look it up. It's How old is Wall-E? Like,
We could just Google Wall-E.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like 2007.
Welcome back.
We're back.
Well,
We're talking about Wall-E.
Sorry.
We here.
So wait, how'd you guys think of the conversation about house husband?
We were just
talking about the tropes and how it's gonna feel outdated, because like maybe in the future the tropes of the house husband actually change and it won't be relevant to what's this kind of tropes right now that we're seeing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But
but
like I was just saying that I think there's a lot more depth to housewives than
yes,
people are led to.
but to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like, why not give us
A better view or more exploration of that archetype.
not archetype per se. I'm just saying, like, they have their own interconnected. Like, you can make. I'm not saying this might work to its benefit or work against the fact that it's so funny. Maybe the reason why it's so funny is because it takes the one-dimensional trope of being a housewife.
Well,
rides
and
it to
imposes
the
it with
a yakuza, it's such a big juxtaposition.
yeah, but at the same time, you could be like, you could take it in the other direction and say, like, there's a lot. It turns out that there's a lot of things of being a housewife that is very similar to being yakuza anyway.
Yeah.
Right, you could flip it on its head, but like,
which Masa says.
But it turns out to be like the entire depiction of a housewife, the entire time, at least from the chapters that I've read, have shown to be worlds different from yakuza.
Yeah, like night and day.
And that may be true, but I feel like even no matter what walk of life you come from, there's bound to be some sort of
intermingling.
Not intermingling.
Like a bridge
No.
of similarities.
Yes, like there are similarities, quite frankly, but there's bound to be some similarities, whether it be like your community, whether it be the people you deal with, whether it be like the individuals. There might be someone who's like the same-minded person in yakuza that would be in
Yeah,
a
Masa.
housewife.
Masa.
No, I'm talking about like there might be a boss lady who's like doing a bunch of gossip and who ends up being like
A
they could
yakuza.
a yakuza-like figure, but within the housewife domain.
Oh.
I'm saying like you could take that portion of the story or approach and show that like even though the worlds apart, there are some similarities. Whether it be like the hierarchical positioning of wives and whether or not there's some people have seniority or like stuff like that. Because it falls too much on the approach of, well, let's just stick this yakuza guy into the position of housewife.
And that's what every chapter feels like. It's literally, what would a yakuza do in this housewife situation?
Yeah, but I feel like you could get to the point where you could explore, hey, it turns out there's some portions of housewife life that is similar to yakuza.
Like, yeah.
Whether it be the communal aspects or the rest and relaxation part or like, what else? Hobbies.
Or
Yakuza don't
talk.
have time for hobbies. You kidding me?
No, they totally do.
Dude, they do.
Like
People
shilling more houses.
No, like fishing. I'm sure there's some old yakuza people that just enjoy drinking and fishing. But I'm saying like maybe there's like communal house like wives that just knit like a sewing circle. Why haven't they done a sewing circle yet? Like I saw the fact that they did the cooking class.
Yeah, or a volleyball club.
Yeah.
But you could. They don't really explore the housewife aspect. Maybe there is a
No, the like the intricacies and the drama and the underlying power dynamics of what it means to be a housewife.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, why is it that this feels dated compared to, say, like Wally that doesn't feel dated?
Once again, I think it comes back to the whole whether or not you can divorce yourself from the reality. And this is too similar. This lies in the uncanny valley of. This is too similar to. Not uncanny valley, but it's too
canny.
Too similar to the reality we live in, and therefore it's difficult to divorce yourself and suspend your disbelief.
Yeah. Tatsu was a guy. Wally was a robot.
Yeah.
So there's that aspect. Yeah.
Anything else that you?
Would you guys continue?
And that's like one small gripe, by the way. Like I still think this manga is very outstanding and that it does wonders to promote. Just like the challenge of conventions and inclusivity of it all.
Also,
I really do think this is a good manga.
Also, it's a breath of fresh air.
I just think that you could get more depth and more funny situations and different things to explore if you explored the trope, like went beyond the trope of housewife.
So, do you think the author is not delving in deeper because he doesn't know any better, or do you think he's doing that because he knows that his audience is kind of not smart enough to like understand the like the much deeper aspect that he could go into.
Well, the thing is, we're portraying like as if what he has done or what she has done isn't even groundbreaking. No, to be honest, what they've done to begin with is pretty much revolutionary and groundbreaking. To be able to propel the idea of challenging conventional norms into the mainstream spotlights of comedy means that there are people who are willing to accept and who are willing to explore this space. And this whole idea of, well, not every man needs to provide for his family.
Some could be just
there
a
could
house
be
husband.
Yeah, they could be role reversals, and that it's okay for men to take care of their wives and not provide for the wives, but quite literally take care for their wives and take care of their family full time rather than have to be forced into a position where they have to provide and compete for other partners.
That's good.
Yeah,
Very
like
good.
I said,
It's literally the foot
this
in
is
the door.
no. I'm saying this is a good manga.
Yeah.
The gripe that I have, I've probably blown out of proportion.
Oh yeah.
It's
It's
a small gripe, to be honest. I think this manga is doing well and
Wonders.
above better than every other manga.
that we've read
Yeah, so far. So
more than Made in Abyss.
I mean, we only read 2 mangas so far, so
Yeah, Made in Abyss I think was one of
yeah.
them.
And
Okay,
then this one.
so you think this is better than Made in Abyss?
yeah, I would say so.
All right.
Well,
EJ,
it's not better. It appeals to me more.
okay.
They're both quality products.
Yeah, they're both quality products, and
Okay.
I'm more of this sense of the way of the house husband rather than
Made in Abyss.
Yeah, I'm just not the demographic for Made in Abyss.
Fair enough.
So
That's fine. Would you continue reading it as it's pumping out, localizing eventually? It's taking too long.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the question: What made you want to read it? Other than the recommendation. Was there anything that drew to your eye as to why you'd want to read it?
Or continue reading it.
Because the art style is wonderful. We haven't even talked about aesthetically in terms
the art
of
style
what
It's
it looks
fantastic.
like. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I just like it because I'm a very impressionable person.
Mhm.
When it comes to when my brother just tells me what to do shit.
Yeah, that's recommendations. But other than recommendations,
Yeah, but
what do you find appealing?
I just like it because it's funny.
Okay.
Also, once again, it's a breath of fresh air, as I've said a million times. Cause all the mangas and animes I've seen being released recently, they're usually the same shit.
Yeah.
They're isekai.
There's nothing wrong with trends.
Wait. I don't like it though.
Yeah, but that's because you hate trends.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
With
trends.
yeah.
I don't like trends though.
Okay,
I th-
explain.
Because it just, I don't know, it just feels samey, you know? After a while, it just becomes a blur. And the market fucking stagnates.
Why does it stagnate?
Why does it feel stagnate?
Because, well, maybe it's my negativity bias because I'm an jaded old guy. I'm speaking. But, I see...
Line.
What,
Continue.
Jaded
Continue.
old guy? Anyway, I see a lot of isekai anime, and they basically do the same thing.
It's not talking about trends. Why do you dislike trends?
Oh. I don't know. I think it's because why don't I like trends?
Quite literally, I think trends, especially ones in the pop culture sphere, tend to say a lot about the cultural zeitgeist.
Yeah.
About what people, especially the layperson, are thinking about
into?
today.
Yeah.
Not into, but
No.
what they choose to think about and reflect upon their own lives.
This applies to anime as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I actually kind of see it happening. Yeah.
The reason why people want to do isekai is because people don't like the reality they're living in.
Yeah, I know. I get that. But I just wish they.
But they like themselves and they like the sense of agency enough that they've already identified themselves. They just would like to be put into a different avatar.
Or a different world.
Yeah, so it's not so much
literally-
that people are trying to divorce themselves from the reality of them being themselves. They're fine with the agency and they're fine with who they are as a person, but they're not fine with the reality that
Oh.
they're stuck in. So I'm fine with trends because there's stuff to learn from trends. There's stuff to learn.
Usually, it's reflective of what's currently happening in our day-to-day lives.
Yeah. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so popular, and otherwise, it wouldn't resonate with so many people.
Maybe they do it because it makes the most. Actually, I think that's like a byproduct.
That's a
Okay.
yeah.
Like the whole money, like it makes the money, which is a byproduct.
Yeah, but
It works.
It's because it resonates with so
Yeah.
many people.
Also, it works.
And there must be a reason
why it
resonates.
And you have to try to figure out what.
And to dislike it purely because it resonates just doesn't make sense to me. That's why people who are
No, well, I don't like it because it resonates with me. I don't like it because there's just it doesn't resonate with me.
well, you're quite literally saying it doesn't resonate with you because you're refusing to make the leap. You're refusing to make the connection because you see so many other people making the connection.
No, like I mean I've seen
Like this also comes from the whole negative connotation of guilty pleasures. Honestly speaking, I don't think there should be anything like considered as a guilty pleasure.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like
I'm not
plenty of people like to despise pop culture and like to despise like all of these things and say, well, this is a little guilty pleasure of mine, even though I enjoy it, and it's
So
hated by hated by like a
small-
significant amount of people.
Yeah, or it's
A vocal amount of people.
Not even vocal. It's a community of some importance.
Yeah, so vocal.
Yeah.
A vocal amount of people.
So you should just own up to it, kind of thing.
Yeah, own up to it and say that.
Don't
this
say it's
is,
a guilty pleasure. I say I like this.
I like this.
Yeah.
This is valid.
I don't have a guilty pleasure.
No, but you aren't even willing to make the leap and say that you like some isekai, or that isekai is a genre that you can enjoy from time to time. You're gonna flat out
That's not
reject
true.
it.
That's not
Say-
true. I like isekais. I just don't like the amount that's being pumped out.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Konosuba, probably one of the best comedy isekai out there. Solid. Log Horizon was great. I love that thing. Where the hell's season 3? It's not coming out.
Never.
Because it doesn't make enough money for them.
But
Yeah, it's not like I despise all isekai. I do like some.
But yeah,
I just don't like the amount that's being pumped out. Like I'd like to see some variety, you know? I can enjoy like drinking or having one chip for like I don't like having one chip forever kind of thing. Taking that as an analogy. I'd like to try out different things. See different things.
I find that hard to believe because like when it comes to trends, generally speaking, there's a negative bias or filter that you've applied to it.
It's not 100% true.
But it's true to some extent.
it's
Yeah.
the most common case.
If a game suddenly gets popular, you'll suddenly say, well, it's not that great anymore because so many people are
That's not-
playing the game
that's
and
not
enjoying
true.
it.
I play Monster and that's like huge now. Well, it's big now, and I still enjoy playing the game.
But there was tons of things you disliked about Monster Hunter World because it was for the sake of making it accessible.
That and there was no really good end game.
Okay, other than the
Okay,
end
other
game, I'm
than
saying
that.
the fact that it's now appealing to the casual gamer.
Like you and Leo both don't like Monster Hunter World specifically because it's now becoming a.
But some of the accessible things.
It's for casuals now.
Well, I wouldn't say it's still for casual. The
Yeah,
game's
I'm not
still
saying
difficult
it's
by
for
any
casual,
definition
but-
of the word.
I'm saying it's more
made
accessible.
more accessible.
I mean, like, I do admit that some of the quality of life changes, like, I think it kind of it breaks tradition, which is actually a good thing. But a part of me still doesn't like it. But I do like some of the other quality of life changes that other hardcore veterans would like despise. I like some of those changes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm not gonna like be like a martyr. Is that the right word?
No.
Probably not.
No.
Like, I'm not gonna just like fucking crucify the game just because like they made it more accessible. Some of the accessibilities I'd rather have not, but other ones I find that it's a great welcome. Like the slinger increases mobility significantly, while the old Monster Hunter game, like you were so boots on the ground, like it's
Mobility
it's-
was one of
yeah, like-
literally the biggest
it was-
flaws of
yeah.
Monster Hunter games.
like I found that very like it's like a vice, like
Yeah.
it's very restrictive, you know. But like when you can like grapple across like the goddamn map, like that's so good. I love it. Like, and that's a huge quality of life changes. I welcome that. Also because I like grappling hooks.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is that there needs to be an understanding that oversaturation is just going to be a consequence of the fact that the media is resonating with so many people, or that the genre is resonating with so many people, and that it's not just a good reason to dislike a specific genre because it's oversaturated or that it's resonating with so many people. That's the thing that I was trying to get to.
And as much as I agree, I'm still gonna dislike the whole market being saturated with just isekais. I mean, there are other...
But, I'm saying, like, at a certain point, it's not going to be isekai. It's going to be another thing.
I know.
You're going to start disliking it.
I know.
So I'm saying, like, it's not fruitful.
It's not fruitful.
This discussion that we're having about talking about disliking a particular subject because it's oversaturated doesn't lead us anywhere.
It's true.
And it's not a strong argument for it anyways.
Yeah.
And
like, I'd much rather you say something about isekai that you...
despise.
Yeah, that you...
Despise?
Not necessarily despise, but you strongly disagree with, and then, like, put forth an argument constructively as to why, rather than just say, well, it's oversaturated, therefore something's a new breath of fresh air, and then I'm going to enjoy it for that. I feel like you're adding stuff, especially stuff that comes from a new field. Suddenly you'll be giving it more points, but not necessarily based on the quality of that it gave you.
Okay, so...
Just because you're giving it relativistic points.
All right, so let me try to bring a slightly more constructive argument regarding some of the aspect that I dislike about isekai.
Okay, hit me.
Which also falls in the is actually a trope.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The reason I like some of the isekais like Log Horizon and Konosuba is because the character is not much of a husk, you know. Like let me try to elaborate. For example, like. The characters in Konosuba are they feel more human because the artists and the author brings out more negative aspects instead of just I'm a very handsome looking overpowered 12-year-old that gets all the bitches.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so like, that's a good argument to have. Yeah,
like but in Konosuba, like nobody really likes each other, but they can't live without each like. They need each other as much as they hate each other, kind of thing, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And none of the characters, they have some aspect of overpoweredness, but that's completely overshadowed by how useless they are. I love that. Like, a lot of the isekai animes I've seen, like, they...
revolve around the power fantasy of injecting yourself into an empty husk, right? Like that's fine. That's a good argument to have.
And some, like, I see what certain animes are trying to do, like... The one of my roommate was watching is like the title's like When I Die and Get Reborn, I Want to Be Average. Like I at first glance I thought I was like that's pretty good. Like I'd like to see like a very slice of life kind of thing. But they fucking turned that around and go back to the old tropes. Like I may be average, but because everybody else is sub-average, I'm just overpowered kind of thing. You know, like it's like come on, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a solid argument about why.
Also regarding isekai, like a lot of them is just like fantasy.
It is.
Not a lot of sci-fi.
Yeah.
I'd like for them to try to explore that maybe.
Different genres of it.
Yeah, different genres and different. Yeah, like it doesn't like it could even be like sci-fi or fantasy setting. Can it be less harem-y and more slice of life, which I'm down for. Like it could have action, sure, but like I'd like to see
like the growth of relationships and character dynamics between.
Yeah. I think there's like one. I don't know if it's isekai or fantasy, but it's definitely fantasy where like a guy finds like a demon daughter or whatever. Apparently that's really cute and.
Oh, that's okay. It's okay.
No,
if you like cutesy things, it's okay. Eventually, it's
right up my alley.
It's gonna go back to the whole trope of I raised my daughter, but now she likes me, and then I'm gonna marry my daughter thing.
Ooh, but
like that's not necessarily a bad storyline.
But it's been done before.
No, I'm not saying that it's. I'm not even hating on the fact that it's been done before. I'm just saying it's not. It's like they haven't put any sort of creative spin on it. It quite literally is just that plot line. Like it's not. You know?
And it's totally okay because she's a demon waifu.
She's an adopted demon waifu.
All right, yeah, you're right.
But I'm saying like you know, maybe put a spin on it. Like he's an old man and he's about to die out, and he's gonna convince her not to like him because he has no time left or something. And
Yeah.
she's immortal. I don't know.
Yeah, like
just do something like that. I don't know.
the whole concept of isekai is pretty interesting. I just wish they do more with it, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, rather than just the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's a good argument to have. Yeah. No, I agree with you there too.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that we disagree. I'm just saying that
I need
We
to
just want
your
more
argument, like,
needs to have depth.
yeah, you can strengthen your argument rather than just default to the fact that, oh well, the market's saturated, therefore I dislike.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I learned something about myself today.
Yeah. We kind of agree too why you actually dislike
A lot of the isekais.
No, I'm in the same boat, dude.
Yeah,
I dislike
we're in
a
the same
lot of isekai also.
I'll come with a very negative biases.
I read them, but I'll hate them.
Just to find that the diamond in the rough or that.
Yeah, I'll wait
that
until I
gem.
find that one gem where it's like, oh, this is really fucking good. You should fucking read this.
And he'll go up to me and
I'm like,
tell-
you should read this.
starts shaking me like, you should read this. You should read this.
The aesthetic's really good.
And I'm like, okay, let me take a look. And then
Posting again.
I actually start reading the whole entire thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is actually not bad. And then it's part of my list of things I need to.
Like, in a way, you could argue that the House Husbando, Way House Husbando manga is an isekai, because the guy quite literally leaves the world of Yakuza
and goes in the
world of
Housewives.
housewives.
It's isekai in the loosest sense of the word.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Isekai quite literally means to drop your current reality and go into a new one.
Oh, whether it's via death or teleportation or
Or literally
going
just.
a
And
job
quite-
change.
Yeah, no, but like it's implied that his wife saved him when he was in like a mortal accident. But I'm pretty sure at some point we're gonna have a chapter where that entire thing is gonna be a misunderstanding, and it turns out he's not actually mortally injured, and
He's just chilling.
yeah, and like he likes his wife, and his wife genuinely loved him. Rather
and they're
than
going to explore the relationship between those
yeah,
two.
hopefully that's a chapter that gets done.
Because like you get snippets of it in further down,
Yeah.
and it's not very filling, and I want more of
Yeah.
the interaction between those two.
Yeah, him and his wife.
They only
his
hint
wife.
at it,
Yeah,
but they don't really delve into it deep enough.
yeah.
Which they should.
But like I said, it's a version of isekai. 'Cause
Right,
he
you're
dropped
right.
the reality. of
You're right.
Yakuza.
Overall, it's a
Yeah.
good manga.
Would you continue reading it?
Of course.
For sure.
I am still reading.
We are.
I'm waiting for the new chapters to drop. No.
Oh, I tend to reread them.
I know,
just to
I do
figure
too.
out- just to.
It's really aesthetically pleasing too. He
Yeah.
puts a lot of effort into making sure that Tatsu has great tattoos and his wife calls him Tatty. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
And,
Well, that might be a localization thing.
No, it might be a reference to the fact that his name is Tatsu,
And he
so
has
it's a shortened version of Tatsu, but at the same time like tattoos. So
yeah,
Tatty.
Tatty. Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna break spoiler rules,
what?
and well, like we basically caught up in the manga. Which one's your favorite? Which chapter is your favorite?
Local food restaurant. No, not local food restaurant. He meets a food truck, and then they have an Instagram competition.
Oh yeah,
which-
it's the one man crepe guy.
In which his wife is the only person who liked his post.
Yeah. That's another thing I've noticed that Yakuza is a livelihood and a job.
I
But-
keep moving you because I don't want your foot touching your sock touching. No, get that out of here. Get that
Push
outta
him
here.
towards me.
I just
I
don't
can
like
push
him
my-
Down. Push him down.
Which way's
that's-
down?
No, okay, it's
Okay,
fine.
that's fair.
But yeah, I just like how because Yakuza being in Yakuza is like a livelihood,
Yeah.
Yeah.
less than a job. Like when they get out, they have to find other jobs. I find that a lot of the members they just kind of do very it's very mundane.
Yeah, they're trying to be regular people.
The store clerk lady. She's like a big dog or whatever. She's a store clerk lady now. It's what the hell.
Yeah.
And the one guy, it's I'm out of prison, but all of my underlings kind of bailed on me or whatever, and the family split.
Mhm.
So I'm a one man crepe guy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
what
the
the
one man
hell?
crepe guy is amazing. I just like the whole ridiculousness of them hosting an Instagram competition
Yeah.
with no judges, and that the only person that was gonna the only outcome of whether or not someone made the better tasting crepe was
likes.
Yeah.
was likes on Instagram.
And
And the only person who liked it was
his wife.
was
So
his wife.
it's like the two of them have no friends. They're really bad at marketing their social media.
Yeah. Because they're
And-
yakuza.
and-
But that takes nothing away from the fact that they can make fantastic food.
Yeah.
Like, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And he put a lot of time and effort in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I like Masa. He just likes to Google things. That's his that becomes his thing
Yeah.
after he.
Because both of them don't know how to do anything, and
Yeah.
so he has to Google stuff. And
Yeah.
oftentimes, Tatsu comes to Masa being like, "Yo, what is this thing?"
I was like, wait, I don't even know. Let me Google it. It's great. I also like the side characters, like the ladies. Like they're obviously terrified of the guy, but they still humor him. The volleyball team's
The
pretty good,
volleyball
too.
team was a good one also.
How long have we been going for?
Yeah,
It's great because like at the end they take a commemorative photo and you just see like
the posing
like the
half of
old
them.
fat boss.
Yeah.
He's like, yo.
Half of them are posing like Yakuza, and the other half is
Like-
the housewife. They're
Yeah.
just
Like ladies.
That's great.
awkwardly standing there.
That's great. Great manga, fantastic. Everybody should read it.
How long
Yeah.
have we been going for?
1 hour and 17 minutes.
It's 18 now, but hey, so who has the next
We can
subject
call-
now?
You.
Oh, me?
No, I have to probably sit on the toilet again.
Oh, okay.
Not yet, but I'm just saying it might come
But-
up soon.
Constipation's a bitch, man.
It is.
So the next topic, we're gonna watch
Ooh.
season 3, episode 4 of Community,
Okay.
called Remedial Chaos Theory.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen bits of that, and I know what it is. It's hilarious.
It's one of the episodes that got an Emmy. So
Cool.
and
That means nothing to me.
I know it means nothing to you.
Emmys mean like awards. All of these awards are just ways of patting rich people, affluent, not rich. Okay, I don't like saying rich people. I like saying affluent people
Affluent
because it
people.
doesn't necessarily mean you need to be wealthy to be affluent, right?
Yeah.
But it's just affluent people patting themselves on the back.
Yeah. Kind of like the Oscars.
Yeah. No, every award
Every
ceremony
ceremony
is
is-
quite literally affluent people.
What about the Nobel?
Maybe, yeah, I was going to say maybe the Nobel Prize comes close, but even then it's about affluent people patting themselves on the back because if they truly cared, they would award the award to the entire group that actually did the project
Instead
rather
of
than
just
the
one
one
guy.
person who came up with the concept. And even the people who are like getting awarded the Nobel Prize are like, I don't want the prize unless you're awarding it to the team who
Wow, they're
who
very
actually did the experimental.
they're very
things.
humble.
Which usually most of the time they do.
No, but then the Nobel Prize Committee is like, we can't. We actually have. We're going to try to convince you because being an icon for the rest of the generation is more important than actually recognizing the work of a collaboration.
That's kind of stupid.
It is dumb
It is dumb.
because
I
what we
had
need to
respect for
value as a
Nobel.
society is collaboration.
rather than
Individuals.
individuality.
I used to have respect for Nobel. That respect has dwindled down into a smoldering ember, metaphorically speaking.
You can say it's a bomb, a dynamite bomb.
No, that's more explosive.
No, the Nobel Prize was because
Oh,
was given
yeah,
out was
okay.
because the guy created dynamite, and in which he realized that his creation actually killed more people than would revolutionize the world, and so he wanted to
Okay.
actually change the world by making a prize that would recognize
Nice.
and acknowledge people's revolutions in the world.
He had good intentions, but flawed executions.
Well, I mean that's more so just
Human nature?
yeah, human nature, because we like to attribute things to single individuals and say that this is what this one guy did.
Rather than this
The
one
whole
group.
sum of like a collective movement.
That's why sometimes boy bands doesn't work.
Boy. Well played.
I don't know why.
No, it's true. That's
Yeah,
why boy
it
bands don't
doesn't
work
work.
because people would prefer to idolize
It's
the
the
one
one band.
person.
Yeah.
And
Justin Timberlake. I was
Yeah.
gonna say Justin Bieber, but then
Justin Timberlake.
What about that one boy band?
Backstreet Boys?
No, the new one.
the BTS.
Not
K-pop?
No, the white guys.
Jonas Brothers?
Yeah, that one.
They broke up and they got back together.
Nice.
Yeah.
Doesn't one of them have cancer and like fought it?
Yeah, he survived.
Good for him.
Cool.
He's bald now, but
I'm glad for
he
him.
embraced it.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Yeah,
we'll be watching the Community next.
Yeah, season 3, episode 4, remedial
Chaos
chaos theory.
So yeah.
And
We'll write that down on the Discord.
and I just want to it's it uses the trope of what's a term in sitcom bottle episode where it's just
Never heard of it.
where it's just characters in a room.
Talking about stuff.
Yes.
I don't think bottle episode means that. Does it actually mean that?
We could look it up.
God damn it!
I feel
All right.
like bottle episode would suggest something else.
What are you trying to say, guy?
Episode.
A bottle episode I thought meant like it's all self-contained.
Good old Wikipedia.
Here we go. Bottle episode is produced cheaply in restricted scope to use few non-regular cast members, effects, and sets possible. Bottle episodes are usually shot in a built for built for other episodes.
Yeah.
Frequently in an main interior setting, largely consists of dialogues and scenes with no special preparations are needed.
Self-contained.
Yeah, self-contained.
So that it's reusable and
Yeah.
like it's cheaply to make. So like all of Friends or
So,
all
yeah,
of Seinfeld or
Yeah, it is the trope. It is the trope of a bottle episode.
yeah. Okay.
And how to use the trope of a bottle episode to further explore characters' relationships.
Rather than just the same old
talking.
tropes
Yeah.
and same old I say this. Jerry Seinfeld gets angry about something, and then Kramer comes in, and he's just all wacky, and he's like, "Hey, I have this funny solution."
And they're like,
And then who's the other guy who gets really angry?
I don't know.
The guy's father likes to say Serenity now.
Yeah, I know that episode we were talking.
No, but I'm saying like him.
Yeah.
The guy with the wig. He comes in and he's like, "I'm even angrier, Jerry," and Jerry's like, "I know why you're angry." And Kramer's just like, "I'm Kramer. I'm really wacky." Like that's the entire episode. Like,
Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah, we'll write down the episode stuff on the Discord. We have Discord if unknown X Gamer 26 is still around listening to our podcast.
we probably, man, I felt like a dick for rejecting his. I felt like we should have appreciated more what he said.
I mean, I did.
Or she said.
This.
I did.
So it's
Because I was like, well, back to house husband is what I said,
Oh, okay.
rather than acknowledging
while I was trying to thank him.
Yeah, I know.
Him or her.
It was that's
Thank them.
my bad. Sorry.
That's fine.
But I definitely do appreciate everyone who takes the time to actually like listen to our conversations, because oftentimes we're just rambling,
Yeah.
or I'm rambling and you guys listen. But
Hey man,
But
we
also
rambled
ramble.
today, this episode.
yeah, I sat on the toilet, so
Yeah,
you guys had
you-
nothing to do but fill in time.
Hey, we had meaningful discussions,
We
okay?
tried.
I'm not.
We
saying,
tried.
Yo, filling in time doesn't mean non-meaningful
Yeah,
conversations. Okay, so
Well, not all the time. A lot of esports casters does
Oh,
a lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
filling
right.
time downtime, and they're really good at it.
okay.
It's a craft.
But yeah, we should probably cut it.
Anyway, hope everybody who was listening enjoyed the episode. We'll see you guys probably next Saturday, same time.
Same time.
This has become a schedule now. I'm okay with this.
Happily, it's schedule. I can.
Awesome.
It's very
Huh?
consistent.
Yeah.
It
Consistency.
forces me to wake up in the morning too, so good.
Yes.
Thanks guys.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it. Anyway, we'll see you guys next episode. Thank you for watching, and talk to you guys next time.
Okay. End stream. Mute.